This is the BBC.
This podcast is supported by advertising outside the UK.
BBC Sounds. Music, radio, podcasts.
Hi everyone and welcome to today's 10 to the Top podcast. Can you believe we've raised £6 million for BBC's Children in Need? And it's all because of you. But let normal service resume. Let's crack on with today's podcast.
BBC Radio 2. 10 to the Top.
It's Wednesday, we're midway through the week. Let's welcome Oliver Dunn from County Durham into the room. Hi Oliver.
Hello Vernon, you alright bud?
Seeing as you're up there in County Durham, who's your football team? Who'd you follow?
Sunderland.
Oh, right, mighty Sunderland.
No, just means I'm loyal.
Yeah. I like that. Anyone who supports anyone that isn't in the Premier League, you think, oh, okay, I get it. You're loyal to your local hometown or city. We like that. You've been a devoted member of the Gateshead Hockey Club for 30 years and you're now second team captain. Very nice.
We've had better seasons.
What got you into hockey?
When I was at my school, and my PE teacher at the time said, try this. And then everybody else was playing it at the time. Like, hockey was booming then. And then 30 years later, still doing it.
You're the social media executive for British Airways. Very nice.
I'm one of them, aye. A good team.
Yeah, I bet. Very good. Do you do a lot of travelling yourself?
I do when I can. Oh, it's always America. I fly to British Airways, fly from America quite a lot, and I think my favourite one was Washington DC. Actually, went to Seattle though, and went to Seahawks game, which was massive. Mate, I loved that.
Yeah. What year was that? When did you go to Seattle?
It was 2017. I think it was.
Oh, okay. When Russell Wilson was still the quarterback, right?
Still decent, exactly. Yeah.
An NFL game, the atmosphere is a lot different to a Premier League game. It's very one-sided, really, in the stadium, isn't it?
They love it. Everybody loves each other. You know, there's any bother, any banter out like that.
Yeah, it's good. Good fun. How do you usually do on 10 to the Top?
I've never got full marks, ever. So, we'll see how it goes. But it's highly doubtful that I'll get full marks. I might get one or two runs. We'll see.
That's all you need. And then that's when you play your joker. It's as simple as that. Are you ready?
I am. Let's do it.
All right, good stuff. Here we go.
To the Top on Radio 2.
Here is your 1 point question. Lulu was the featured guest vocalist on which 1993 number one single by Take That?
Relight My Fire.
It was Relight My Fire, an absolute classic for 2 points. It's your first clip. Here's a climber inside this week's Top 10 exactly 15 years ago. All I want to know, Oliver, is who's the singer, please?
Does he wash up? Never wash up. Does he clean up? No, he never cleans up. Does he brush up? Never brushed up. He does nothing. The boy does nothing. Does he wash up? Never wash up. Does he clean up? No, he never cleans up.
Alicia Dixon.
It is Alicia Dixon, yes. 2 points to you. This one, if you get it right, is worth 3 points. Wages Day and Fergus Sings the Blues were both hits in 1989 for which group?
5 Star.
No, I thought it was obvious, that one. Deacon Blue.
Oh, no.
Right, for a point. What's the title of the dance anthem that gave Strike a top 10 smash in 1995?
You sure do.
It is for a point. This one's worth 2. In 1978, who was Barbra Streisand's male duet partner on the top 5 hit You Don't Bring Me Flowers?
Oh, Neil Diamond.
Yes, it was. Well done. US DJ Gary Guthrie spliced the original 2 solo versions by Babs and Neil together one evening, and Public Demand then inspired the stars to make the duet for real. Wow, what a DJ. I love that. This is worth 3 points. M People's biggest ever hit was Moving On Up. But in what year did it reach the top 3?
93.
You got the most difficult question correct. Yes, that's the question that always trips people up. Here we go for a 4 points. Name the US soul star who had a top 10 hit in 1983 with his love song called In Your Eyes.
Stevie Wonder.
It was George Benson.
Ah.
That's all right. We've only got 2 wrong. Let's see if we can put a final run together and then play your joker at the end, because you've got 3 questions left. Exactly 40 years ago this week, Vince Clarke's new act called The Assembly scored their only hit. Who's the guest singer, please, on this top 5 tune?
Never happens to me. It never happens to me. That's the way my life was meant to be. It never happens to me. It never happens to me. It's just a door that's locked and there's no key. It never happens.
Sounds like Annie Lennox.
It's actually Fergal Sharkey. Unlucky, we didn't get that right. That was worth a point. This one's worth a point as well. We need these next 2 right with your joker, and then we'll get into double figures. Who had top 10 hits in the first half of the 70s with his songs Rock On, Stardust, and Lamplight?
Alvin Stardust.
It was David Essex.
Oh, right. I didn't even know that, so thanks for that.
No worries. Here's a point, but it's worth 2 now because we're going to play a joker. Complete the title of this 2011 number 1 by Jennifer Lopez and Pitbull. On the what?
On the floor.
Yes, it is. That gives you a grand total of 11 points. Pretty decent. We had a bit of a dodgy run of 3 incorrect answers, which tripped you up a little bit. But we'll find out how Tim Stanger gets on after this.
Hi, brilliant Psycho! The 90s and noughties were golden eras for girl bands.
Hi, we're Little Mix.
I'm Molly King, and this is Where It's At, a short history of girl bands.
Even before we signed to our manager, we'd already formed the Spice movement.
You think I should just watch it once and then not?
It's time to give girl bands the glory they deserve.
We're girls and we're not going to let anyone define us.
And now there's a new generation harnessing girl power.
Flo in the building, let's make some noise!
Hey, we're Flo! This is Where It's At, a short history of girl bands. Listen on BBC Sounds.
After that little scheduled message, shall we crack on with the quiz? Oh, but before that, if you've forgotten to subscribe, then press the subscribe button now and you'll get episodes of 10 to the Top downloaded directly onto your device. Right, here we go, contestant number 2.
BBC Radio 2, 10 to the Top.
Welcome, Tim. Nice to have you with us from Bishop's Castle. Whereabouts is that?
It's in Shropshire. Yeah, just on the Welsh border. Yeah, lovely part of the country.
Yeah, very nice indeed. Your hobby is making clocks out of old vinyl records.
Yeah, it started sort of 10, 11 years ago. I needed a clock and just happened to have Squeeze Cool for Cats on pink vinyl sitting on the turntable. I thought that'll work and made it into a clock, and then realised music's very personal. It's where you were. It's, as you say on this programme, it takes you back to a time. So I thought that might work as a gift, and yeah, it keeps me busy at weekends.
What's the most popular clock you make?
The most popular is probably Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon.
Right, well, for obvious reasons. So,
cool.
The best gig you've ever been to was the Jam in Brighton in 1980.
It was the Jam were at the peak of their powers, and Going Underground had just gone straight in at number 1. So you can imagine Paul Weller coming on stage saying, "You might know this one," and they just launched into it.
Oh, mega. Especially in Brighton as well. I bet that was rammed, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was one of the few not wearing a parka that day.
The famous green parka.
Yeah, everyone else was wearing parkas. Yeah,
the fishtail parka. Iconic now.
That's it.
And underneath the parka were people wearing smart, sharp suits?
I would imagine, yeah. They never took them off, so yeah, hard to tell.
Yeah, very good. How do you usually do on 10 to the Top?
Varies hugely. I'm not very good at getting them in sequence. That's usually my biggest problem, but we'll see.
Yeah, let's see if we can put a run together. You've got 11 to beat. Wishing you all the very best. Let's go. point. The Spin Doctors made their chart debut in 1993 with which song?
No, don't know, sorry.
Spin Doctors, Two Princes. It was the one they're most famous for, really. This one's worth a point. Labour of Love in 1987 and Looking for Linda in 1989 were the biggest chart hits for which duo?
So UB40? No.
It was Hue and Cry.
Oof. Okay.
Yeah. Your next question is your first clip. Here's the famous intro, and it is a famous intro, to a Smiths single that charted in 1985 and again in 1992. Just give me the 4-word title. It's an iconic intro. I honestly don't think I need to play it, but here we go.
I know I should know it, but I'm not sure. How soon is now?
Yes!
Whoa!
Thank goodness for that.
Sorry, not a massive Smiths fan, but there you go.
Oh,
Dragged it out.
stop the clock!
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You're gonna cancel the quiz.
No,
now,
we
right?
won't. But I think of all the Smiths track, this is probably their most famous intro. Right, we've got 1 point. Let's see if we can get 2 for this one. Lovely Day was a top 10 hit in 1978 and came back again remixed in 1988. For which singer?
Bill Withers.
It is Bill Withers, yes. For 3 points. No, we're cooking.
Can I play my Joker?
Good move, I like that. In 1974, which American soul group had top 10 hits with Kissing in the Back Row of the Movies and Down on the Beach Tonight?
4 Tops.
Unlucky, it was the Drifters. This one's worth a point. In what year were Just Dance and Poker Face consecutive #1 singles for Lady Gaga?
2008.
Oh, it's 2009! Unlucky. Come on. We need to put a run together here for a point. Complete the title of this 2001 #1 song by Westlife. Queen of My what?
Heart.
Yes, it could only be Heart, really. Your 2-point question is another clip. Here's a Dutch act with an instrumental smash that reached #1 in 1994. And it has the same title as the duo who created it. What's it called? I'm going to play you 21 seconds of this. Use all the time.
No, it's not, but Salt and Pepper.
No, it was Dupe. Here's a question for a point. Which American star spent a total of 10 weeks inside the top 10 with her 1997 song, Together Again?
No, Celine Dion.
Janet Jackson.
She's Canadian anyway.
Yeah, Janet Jackson. Right, for a point, your last question. What's the 2-word title of the 1985 rap song that gave Dougie Fresh and the Get Fresh crew their only UK hit?
Get Fresh.
It's not, no, it was The Show. You scored 4 points.
Oh, well, that's okay. I wanted a mug.
Thank you very much for playing, Tim. You got some really tough questions there. You really did. They were quite difficult. Well done, Oliver.
Cheers. I was a bit worried at the start when he put his Joker in.
Only works if you get it right, though, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. But Tim, I honestly think from playing 10 to the top now for quite a while, I think playing your joker early on a 3 or 4 point question is a really, really good way to be successful on 10 to the top. But unfortunately, the drifters trip you up today. But never mind, you've got the coffee mug. Oliver, you've got the smart speaker. Congratulations.
Thank you. Well happy with that.
Yeah, you should be. Congratulations. And if you want to play 10 to the top, all you've got to do is get in touch via the WhatsApp 08000 288 291. And remember, the email is always available 24/7. It's 10 to the top at bbc.co.uk.
10 to the top on Radio 2.
BBC Sounds. Music, radio, podcasts.